Hey food lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited. We're going to be making eggplant parmesan. I love making eggplant parmesan. I make it a lot actually. It's one of my favorite vegetable dishes and it's so forgiving because you can do it so many different ways. But I started doing these eggplant parmesan stacks with the sauce and the cheese in between and it's just ooey gooey goodness. So delicious. And then you got to top it with fresh basil. I always have basil growing in my hydroponic garden. So let's get started. Keep an eye on that ingredients list. This does have quite a bit of things going on, so make sure everything is out in front of you. And you want to start by slicing that eggplant about 3/4 of an inch thick. Could be an inch, really up to you. Just don't go too thin, otherwise it'll get very oily. Then you want to start your Feb station. A Feb station is 3 different bowls. You have a flour bowl, you have an egg bowl, and you have a seasoned breadcrumb bowl. And you want to put those slices in each of the bowls, starting with flour, then egg, and then breadcrumbs, and then apply that to the rest of the slices. Also, don't forget to season your flour with a little bit of salt and pepper or any kind of other seasoning. You want to make sure that it's being seasoned at all stages, so even if you want to add some salt and pepper to that egg, up to you. Then you want to get some vegetable oil getting hot on the stove, and you want to start frying those slices. About 2 minutes on each side until they're brown. They get a little hot here, so I probably could have turned that heat down just a bit. Make sure it's around maybe medium high. This is a great time to preheat your oven to 350. And you also want these drying on a rack while the rest of these finish as well, just to get rid of some of that extra oil. Then from here, you could start assembling your stacks. So get an oven-safe dish and line the bottom of that dish with a little bit of sauce. The tomato sauce you use is totally up to you. I usually get some sort of pasta sauce that's already well seasoned. You can see here I'm adding a little bit of dry basil, so if you have Italian seasoning, that would also work to add. And then you want to add your stacks, load up with sauce, maybe a little bit more of that Italian seasoning. And then you want to add your shredded mozzarella. You can also use sliced mozzarella. In a pinch, I've used string cheese. I also like to add a little bit of Parmesan to that cheese mix as well. I believe that's an Italian mix I'm working with. And you just rinse and repeat for the rest of the stacks until you're done. A little bit more sauce. A little more seasoning. That's basil that I dried actually in my dehydrator. More cheese. Yum. A little bit of salt and pepper as well. And then you just stick it right in the oven. You don't even have to cover it with foil. And you want to bake for about 35 minutes. Keep an eye on it though, cheese gets brown. That's a pretty brown cheese. So then you want to cool it and then you want to add fresh basil. Looks like here that I ran out of my fresh basil from my garden, so I ended up getting basil from the store. Personally, I like a chiffonade cut on the basil, which is when you stack a bunch of leaves together, you roll them up and then slice them from there. So these really nice little thin strips on top. So I'll show you how to do that. Roll, 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 and then just slice, slice, slice. Super easy. I'll have a knife cuts class coming out later this year, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. And then from there, you just top it. There you go. Amazing. You can add a little extra cheese too if you want a little bit of a white color on top, but I think that's perfect. Look at that. Oh, I want to cut into that. You know that smells amazing with that pasta sauce and the cheese. Ugh, yum. So I hope you enjoy, and if you like this recipe, please like and subscribe. Say hi to me in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.